Hi guys, welcome to Jamie Jo Sells Wax here on YouTube. I am so excited that you decided to join me today. My name is Jamie Jo and I am your favorite Scentsy expert. Now, I feel like I can say that confidently because I have been working with Scentsy for over 15 years. And I have been on this journey with them as they have grown and expanded their product line. And today we are talking about one of those expansions to the Scentsy fragrance family. Scentsy started out with wax and warmers. They very early on went into a couple on-the-go products like the little disc that you hang from your rearview mirror. It's had a couple names. We've had room sprays. But a few years ago, they brought out what is called the fragrance flower. And I fell in love with the fragrance flower. We have seen two designs of it for quite some time, but they are really branching out and bringing us different flower designs. And that is one thing that we are going to be talking about today. And I want to show you a fun little trick that you can do with your fragrance flower as well. So first, let's talk about what they have had for quite some time. Now, if you're not familiar with a fragrance flower, when you purchase one, you get a jar of oil of your fragrance. We have a jar of oil of your fragrance, a jar of, anyway, I don't know what I was trying to say there. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 different fragrance options that you can choose from. And in the past, we have had two flower designs. Now, this is the Darling Dahlia. This is the Buttercup Belle. And what's really cool about our fragrance flowers is they are handmade and hand-tied in India. So legit, just like regular flowers out in the wild, no two flowers will be the same. Now, in the past year, we have really expanded and broadened our horizons as far as flowers go. We offered a Disney villain line of, I believe those were roses, if I remember right, in a couple different color schemes. Last year, we launched a Lilo and Stitch line. It brought us this hibiscus. Not Lilo and Stitch. I am losing my mind today. Lilo and Stitch, Stitch and Angel. Yes. It's not even Monday. And listen to me, guys. Here's the cool thing that I want to tell you about this hibiscus flower. It made it into the catalog. So you can grab this one in blue or pink for Stitch, pink for Angel. And those have an oil that is already colored. So it's going to come to you as that normal wood flower, but the oil inside of here is going to be blue and color it blue. Yes, we have had sunflowers, we have had poinsettias for different holidays, but today we are talking about the brand new flower design, and it is the Dainty Daisy. Now, when you purchase a fragrance flower, it's going to come in two separate boxes. One is going to be your oil, one is going to be your flower. So I am unboxing the flower for you guys here. Like I said, it's called Dainty Daisy. Now, you do want to be very, very careful when you take the flower out of the box because these are made from solawood, which is a very thin wood petal. These are hand-tied in India, like I said. So just pop it out of there. This is the brand new design. I absolutely love this design. I've loved our fragrance flowers in all the different looks. Sunflowers are my absolute favorite. I have a giant sunflower tattoo on my arm. And the daisy, I think this look is pretty dang close. Excuse me, guys. Oklahoma allergies. How about that? Here's what I want to show you guys. I have a bit of an inspiration pick. I want to show that to you guys right here. This is my inspiration for what I want this flower to look like. Now, right now, it's just plain wood. And the oil that I got is not pre-colored. I want to show you the oil just to prove it to you. No color. So I need to do something to this fragrance flower to add some color, and this is how I'm going to do it, guys. These are just plain old plain Sharpie markers, but I am going to take them and just tap the edges of the flower. So I'm going to put a little bit of orange in the middle and bleed that out into a yellow. Now, it's not going to look exactly like the picture I showed you guys. That was just a little bit of an inspiration pic. So there is the middle. I'm going to grab the yellow and do a little bit of yellow out from that. Now, the thing is, you definitely want to do this coloring before you add it into the oil. I mean, I don't think anyone's ever tried it after it's been added to the oil, but I would think that it would ruin your Sharpie markers, and I really don't think it would work well. Because what's going to happen as this flower starts to soak up the oil, that color is going to bleed down into the petals. Okay. You don't have to make it perfect because, like I said, it's going to be a bleeding effect down into the petals. Now, I'm going to do all of the petals just with this green. I'm just going to tap the edges of them. And it sometimes takes a while, but that's okay. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pause this video so you don't have to watch me do every single step of this, but hang out. I'm going to come right back to you guys with my finished colored flower. Okay, so we're back. I did get all of the edges tipped with color. I did decide to go ahead and do the darker pink in the interior of the flowers. So those are the colors I ended up using. Of course, orange in the middle, yellow, the darker pink, and then I went out to the lighter pink. Now, here's a few things that you need to know to make sure that your fragrance flower works the best way possible. Every fragrance flower has a little paper ring on the bottom of the wick here. You need to make sure that you get that off of there. It's just on there to stop this from fraying out at the bottom, like while it's sitting in the warehouse and while it's being shipped, but you kind of want that to fray out a little bit in order for the fragrance flower to fully work. So take that little paper sleeve off of your wick and flare it out just a touch. Then we're going to go to our oil. Now, these are a booger to open, but I will tell you, I have found it's easiest to grab some scissors and get that seal broken right around the lid. We're going to fight with it for a minute, but we're going to get it. We're going to get it, friends. We haven't even got to the tricky part yet, I'll tell you that much. I mean, if they do one thing well, it's sealing this so it doesn't leak during transport. I can feel it wiggling and moving. Okay, maybe we got it there. No, still not. This is great viewing pleasure, isn't it? I just want you guys to know that you're not the only one that has a hard time opening those. Okay, so we've got that off of there. We have the little cap in there. Actually, I don't even have to take the plastic off of this because we're going to throw this part away. So toss that in the trash. I do want to get the plastic off the rest of the jar because that's not pretty, is it now? I don't know where that accent came from. Don't even know that it was a legit accent, but just here to entertain you, friends. Okay, so we got the plastic off of that. Now comes the tricky part, and it's getting this little cap thing out of here. I sometimes find it easiest to use a butter knife, but I don't have a butter knife down here. I don't really want to get my nails under there, but I'm going to cut myself doing that. Okay, I did get my scissors in between there. So I just kind of eased that little cap part off. And I didn't ease it all the way. Okay, so my little cap is loosened there. You're just going to take it off, and you're going to end up with a little bit of oil on your fingers, but that's okay. This is one of our new fragrances. It is Pink Berry Sandalwood. It is my new favorite of the new scents. So then you're going to take this little silver ring that came in your box of your oil. You're just going to screw it on there. And then you just take your fragrance flower and you pop it down in there. Now, I will tell you that in the first day or two, this oil is going to go really, really fast. But don't stress out. It's going to go really, really fast because it's going to start saturating your flower with the oil. It will eventually slow down once that flower gets saturated. Also, these colors are going to start bleeding down into the flower. I want to go ahead and get this video uploaded today, so I'm not going to show you the progression in this video, but if you will go to my shorts on YouTube, I'm going to do a short reel about the progression of color in this flower so you guys can see exactly what happens. You can smell these fragrance flowers the minute you walk into a room. And I will tell you in my experience that I get 2 to 3 months out of every fragrance flower before it's fully dried up. Now, that can change depending on the temperature, the weather where you live. I live in hot, humid Oklahoma, but with it being early spring, we still have cold days. But the humidity is a huge, huge factor because that plays into how the oil is saturated into the flower. So all of this to say, if you have not tried one of our fragrance flowers, you absolutely should. To show you again the designs, this is Darling Dahlia. This is Buttercup Belle. This is the brand new Dainty Daisy. We also have the Lilo and Stitch collection with the hibiscus flower. Guys, you can grab these at JamiJoSellsWax.com and you can just type into the search bar fragrance flowers. It is in the section, I believe, of on-the-go products. Even though this one really isn't an on-the-go product, it still doesn't take electricity, so it kind of falls into that category. If you guys have questions about this or anything else Scentsy related, feel free to reach out. You can comment on this video. You can find me on Facebook or Instagram, or shoot me a text direct to 918-888-9690. I am happy to help you and answer any questions that you might have. Guys, my name is Jami Jo, and I hope that you have a sensational day.